Hello, I'm James Goulding, editor of Technology Reseller magazine, and I'm here today with Greig Miller, CRO of Brother UK, to talk about the company's plans for next year. Greg, it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me, James. Always a pleasure.
Not at all. It's great to have you here. So the last 12 months have been sort of challenging for a lot of businesses, but there have also been positives. What have been your highlights for the last year?
I think it's been a challenging 18 months. In all seriousness, I think the marketplace, the confidence in buying and stuff has not been there. We've found with certain verticals that we've been selling into, we've been challenged with changes in the way that they procure and stuff. So we've had quite a challenging 18 months, but there have been some really nice highlights within there. Particular retail wins that we've experienced over that period of time. They've been sort of highlights of this year, but also picking up, and I think the main thing is picking up awards. So although it has been challenging, and sales have been particularly challenging this year, we have picked up in just last week the PC Pro Print Manufacturer of the Year award. So that's our 11th year running that, winning that PC Pro award, which is fantastic because not only because it's recognition and it's recognition for the team and everything that they do, that's actually picked by the readers of PC Pro. So that's users of the devices themselves. So it's really nice to get that confirmation that what we're putting out into the marketplace is meeting those customer needs. But we've also picked up another award just a week before that from PCR for that was PCR Print Vendor of the Year. So again, that's slightly different in that it's voted on by our peers in the IT channel, but that was fantastic to get that recognition as well.
Congratulations on the awards.
Thank you.
That's very good. So when I think of Brother, I think you've been very successful in sort of the home printing and sort of general office printing market, but you're also strong in particular verticals. What is it about the sort of Brothers range that gives you that sort of good vertical reach?
I think there's particular verticals that we are very strong in, and we have always been strong within healthcare, and I suppose more recently into retail, so using them in the back office retail operations. And I think our breadth of product helps us in there. So our print devices work very well in that type of environment. So if you've got lots of devices scattered across, so a very decentralized print environment, that's where we have a strong story to tell. And small footprint devices as well, that works great, particularly in the retail environment, but also within healthcare. But all of our other product range, like our labeling devices, our scanning devices, our mobile print devices, they all really complement that print offering well. So what we'll find is quite often we'll go in to see a retailer, and we can quite quickly then start to talk to them about their logistics operations, so labeling within that logistics operation. We also start talking to them about maybe shelf edge labeling. So we can expand out on that offering, and quite a lot when we're in front of those customers. They don't realise that when we first go in. We go into them, talk to them about their traditional print that they require, some back office printing or something. That then can expand, and with our existing customers that are already using our products within their business, we can go in and try to expand out that offering with them once we get them sort of signed up to a managed print contract, etc.
And as you say, you've historically done very well in healthcare, and you're making inroads into retail. Are there other verticals that you're addressing?
Yeah, I mean, healthcare has been quite challenging over the last year. We primarily sell into primary healthcare, and the way obviously that the economy's been and budgets are stretched, so that's been quite challenging. But we can quickly look at adjacent markets, so that could be dentistry. We've had some success in veterinary. So there's other adjacent marketplaces that fit well with those products, with similar kind of software requirements, etc. So we've expanded out into sort of their areas, but we've also found some quite different vertical markets that we've never had any experience of, like agriculture, with one opportunities in agriculture this year. So that's been a new one for us. So it's always quite exciting to find out about those different verticals understand what their challenges are, understand the type of software they're using, how can we help support that, and what their challenges are, and how can we expand and add other complementary products to help with their end-to-end sort of business requirements. But yeah, there's been some interesting opportunities definitely within the marketplace this year.
Well, that's interesting. I wouldn't have picked agriculture as an obvious one. And so how do you support your resellers when they target these verticals?
Yeah, so the channel, we're 100% channel centric. So we always will support the channel 100%. And it's a confidence thing. So we've got a network of resellers which have, your traditional resellers which will have vertically aligned teams. We will take our end user team in there to support them. So that's another string to our bow. That's another benefit we can bring to their business. We've got an end user team that can go in and they can do account mapping. We can understand what verticals, we can align where we've had successes, but also, like the agriculture example I gave, we can try to find out more about how our products would support that business and align the end user team and other resources, pre-sales, etc. They can all go into those accounts, those channel resellers, and help support them to win those opportunities ultimately, and give them everything that they would require, help them on customer meetings, help them write bids, all of that support we can add. So it's about working in collaboration with the channel to ensure that we can close those opportunities for them.
And I can see that sort of support would be very useful for resellers that might have specialised in IT or comms and are now moving into print to meet certain customer demand. Are you getting many of those types of resellers?
We've traditionally always, because of our background in fax, we've always had a good relationship with like IT comms distributors and resellers. But we also have relationships within the auto ID area. So we've got auto ID resellers that would traditionally just be selling auto ID products, so labeling, mobile print. But what we have found this year is they've got the same customers as some of the other traditional reseller network. But they're just focused on, say, auto ID products or labeling. We're going in, we can talk to them about managed print and the benefits that managed print agreement can bring their end customer. And we've found some of those type of resellers then being able to expand out into print. And it's an extra item in the basket that they would have missed out on historically. So we've found some real good success with, different resellers. We've even got software providers that we're finding opportunities working closer with them and taking it again. The expanded team, the wider team, including end user team, our pre-sales team, and our internal marketing functions, to really support on any bids or customer interactions that they need support with. We're there to really support with that, winning that piece of business with them.
And you mentioned managed print services, and you've now got 3 packages: Essential, Professional, and Enterprise. And what impact has that had for your partners and potentially new partners?
Brother, we talk about MPS as if it's kind of like a new thing, or we've been doing it, but we've been doing it a long time now, and we've got nearly 30,000 devices contracted under one flavour of managed print. So what we do, we still find there's lots of resellers out there that it seems too complicated, seems too complex. So for them, we've got simplified managed print options for them in, say, MPS Essential. So we can tailor the reseller's abilities or where they think they are in their journey. And really, we've got an offering for them and working alongside them to ensure. But equally, we have resellers which, they're very mature on that, on providing software and services and managed print. And in that sense, that we can essentially offer them supported prices on the consumables, so they can plug it all into their own DCA or their own offering. So, yeah, everything from the most simplest to the most complicated. But we are finding more and more resellers are, if they've not had experience in managed print, they are now realising that there's money being left on the table, somebody else is going to be selling those consumables to those customers if they don't. So they're understanding the opportunity at hand.
And it's great, as you say, to have that sort of choice of packages. And then sort of talking of consumables, I mean, as we talk, COP29 is taking place in Baku, and sustainability, I know, has always been a big concern of Brothers, and you've had sort of cartridge recycling in Ruab and Wales for many years.
Yeah.
But you've now added inkjet cartridge recycling. Is sustainability a big competitive advantage for you?
I think, yes, it is. I don't think we do a good enough job yet of getting that message across out into the marketplace. I think so. We're working on how we communicate our sustainability credentials more effectively. But we've always, like you pointed out there, James, we've always had a really good sustainability message. I think we've been talking about it longer than a lot of other manufacturers, whether they're in print or in other areas. And that's helped us because people think of us as being sustainable because of work we've done years ago. But I think we've still got a way to go now. Other people have now kind of joined that conversation, and I think have developed a message a bit stronger. So we've got a bit of catching up, I think, to do to make sure people understand that, yeah, we were there at the start, and we're very much developing our offering. Like you said, we've got our recycling plant in Ruaben, and we are now the only print manufacturer to be recycling ink carts. So that's a different, that's something, another great thing. And when we're recycling the toners, we're saving 33% carbon emissions by recycling those toners when we do that. So there's some really good, strong messages, but we've got so many messages. It's getting that out in a clear and concise manner. And we don't want to be looking like we're just the Me Too type of scenario. We've got something really good here to talk about. So we just want to make sure that we do a good job of that.
What plans do you have to get that message across?
Well, we're still working with our Japanese headquarters, BI Brother Industries, and our European head office to ensure that we're getting that message and it works across Europe. It's not and the globe really. It's not just a UK concern, but we do find customers, and we come across opportunities now where sustainability is a real key point. So it forms parts of bids and tenders that come into the business. So I think businesses now, everybody has to have the credentials and the credibility to speak about what they can offer in that space, because it's a requirement. So we're going to see every bid and tender that comes through the doors is always going to have that element to it.
I started out by asking you what your highlights were for 2024, and I'm going to end by asking what are you looking forward to in 2025, and where do you think Brother can make a real difference to resellers and end user customers?
I mentioned during the interview that we're 100% channel focused, and we are 100% channel focused, but I think we've not resourced that area of our business particularly well over the last couple of years. People have left business or moved to change jobs internally at Brother. So subsequently, our channel team was quite low resourced. So what we've done is we've tripled the size of that team over the last few months, the last 6 months. And I'm really excited to see how we start to support the channel even better again. So I'm really looking forward to see what kind of results we can drive from the channel and working on those relationships again and providing that at your side that we've been known for in the years gone by. I want to get back to the channel understanding that that's what they get from Brother. That's that at your side. It's a trusted advisor. It's a partner within, looking at these opportunities and supporting them with their day-to-day business. So that's kind of the most exciting thing that I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah. Greg, thanks a lot. That was very interesting, lots of insights, and clearly a lot happening at Brother and lots to look forward to next year. Thank you very much for coming in.
James, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure, and it's great to have this opportunity to speak and get the message out to our resellers that we're really here to support them this year. As I mentioned before, we've tripled the team. We're here to really get back out into the channel and make sure that people know that we've got our trusted advisors out there to be at their side. So thanks for having me.